roughly 800,000 years ago. But remember, time is funny. It's relative, so it's only a rough approximation. Are there any races in 5D with no interstellar capacity yet? Yes, many. There are also many races who were interstellar and have lost that ability. They argue that being interstellar offers them nothing, as it would only take them away from their home planet. Okay, someone had this question. You said you need to be advanced spiritually to have the interstellar capacity. How did the negative races reach this knowledge then, if their spiritual level is low, or they don't have this capacity? Their capacity is limited, and it's based on using corridors in space using wormholes. They cannot go about the galaxy by themselves as we do. Our ships do not need wormholes, such as the one in the Sun. Our ships exceed their technology. Ours create a private wormhole each time we need to. They cannot do that. In other words, they cheat, also using portals and jump rooms. I see. Now I was wondering, how do you reach supraluminal flight mode exactly? It is not with the velocity, right? How do you access it? That will be addressed in detail in stellar navigation too. But in short, you should understand that hyperspace, warp, supraluminar speed, or however you want to call it, is not propulsion. It is not a ship going at speed. And what is it? It's a sudden controlled change in frequency of the entire ship and contents. It stops being at the specific frequency it was in before leaving its origin. It then becomes the frequency of the destination. Can you teletransport an object this way too, or a person, without a ship? Yes, you can. That would be a portal. A ship transforms its frequency to the one of its destination. Therefore, it manifests the destination. In the case of a portal, it goes nowhere as a machine, but it does transform anything that goes into the machine. So whatever goes inside it will be changed in frequency to the one of its destination, manifesting people and any object there. In theory, then, you could send us an object here in our flat, or even yourself. In theory, correct? In theory, yes, I could send anything there, yes. Amazing. Okay, the next question I have is this. You said, to reach the specific place using the frequency change, the secret is to know which is its specific frequency of the destiny. And then you said, the frequency or oscillation z of any site is the result of the sum and the interaction of all the other frequencies that interact with a given place. So, if the frequency of the place is the sum of interactions of all frequencies, I would imagine it is something always changing, since the interaction is dynamic. So how do you establish the destination frequency number then? How do you work around this problem? It does not change so much as not to be findable in a frequency map. It does change, but the big or basic frequency of the location remains the same. It's like when you return to a place in your hometown, but you haven't been there for years. You know it's there and where it is. You can find it. But when you arrive there, you are amazed by how much it has changed. I see. Okay. The next question to ask is, how do you travel to a place that you do not know its frequency? How do you explore the unknown? Exactly. It was on my list too. I know. You must understand that frequencies in a stellar map, places, are the result of the interaction between all other frequencies around it, other places. So you can, to a good degree, calculate with your computer what basic frequency an unknown spot may be at. Basic frequency as in Paris, with no greater details like Eiffel Tower, etc. So you can jump to the best calculated place. Then you calculate again and then you jump again. It's a step-by-step process and it takes time. Okay, and later you go exploring, introducing new data at each step. Yes, exactly. Or, if the place is small enough, you can use the impulse engines. Those are the subluminar ones. Those are propulsion. I know there are several top human scientists, one in France and another in MIT Boston MA, working on warp drive engines. I've seen them. They are only propulsion again, not true warp hyperspace. Once I talked to one and he proudly said that they could expect to reach 50,000 kilometers per second with that technology. I responded, why so slow? Notice something. Earth scientists insist that nothing can go faster than light. That's so wrong, so wrong. But anyway, ships do not violate their calculations, wrong or not, because it's not propulsion, as I said. Yes, I understand. You know, now that we talk about it, the exploring. Each time I go exploring into a new place, a new terrain, a mountain, a river, a new town I have never been to, I have always had this feeling that I am registering it somehow, mapping it out, like a distant feeling, or perhaps a memory. And new data is being absorbed within me, and that I expand, or the knowledge expands. Maybe it's my ET memory, but I love that feeling of making the unknown known. Yes, you are mapping it out. I think it's the same process, only mentally. Yes, mentally. Although I do have a feeling as if there is something through me registering it too, interfacing or something, mapping out. Your body is like a drone for yourself, your soul, to work through. Yes, my body is a drone. That's how I feel, so well expressed. I must share this with the people. Okay, Svaru, before the time is up, I have this burning question. You mentioned in the article the mass and the complexity of a specific object in the universe is the result of the accumulation of the attention that the given place receives from the original source or ether. You mean the elephant